What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Marie for those who are new here, and today I'm doing a requested video, which is my brow routine. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you want to see my brow routine and how I get that Instagram brow or whatever you call it, keep watching. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm here with a fresh face to show you guys how to perfect these brows. I did a poll on Instagram and majority of you guys said you wanted to see the brows first. Well, actually it was kind of close, but I did a poll if you guys wanted to see brow tutorial or highlighting contour for deep skin, which I'm gonna do both videos. If you guys voted for the contour and highlighting for deep skin, I'm gonna do that video as well. I just kind of wanted to see what you guys wanted to see first, and you guys voted for brows, so I'm excited to deliver this for you. So without further ado, let's get into the products that you're gonna need. So my brow routine is very, very simple. Once I kind of got it down packed to how I like to do my brows, I just kind of left it like that. Sometimes I'll like switch it up with like a pencil or things like that, but pretty much this is like my day-to-day. I like to use an angle brush with a spoolie at the end like this, just so I can kind of blend everything out. And then to shape my brows, I take another angle brush. My brush is a little jacked up, but I take another angle brush to kind of sculpt and mold my brows to how I want them. And then next, you're gonna need a concealer, whatever color concealer you like. You can use, oh, that's the foundation. You can use whatever color concealer you like. I'm just using one that I normally use underneath my eyes. It works perfectly. You can use one I normally do my brows before I do my full face, so that's why for me it doesn't matter what color concealer I use, because I'm gonna remove it anyway. But if you do your brows after you do your foundation, your complexion, then you want to use a concealer the same color as your skin tone, or you can use even your foundation so it can be easier to blend out. But yeah, so that's that. And for the actual brow product that I'm going to be using, it is the Abh Dipbrow, and this is in the shade Ebony. And then last but not least, I use this e.l.f. setting gel, and this is their Wild Brow, and this is in the shade Deep Brown. This stuff is really good because it has like little fibers on it or whatever. They attach to your actual brow hairs, and that's perfect for someone like me who has sparse brows and like little gaps and stuff like that. So this is gonna make your brows look nice and full. So let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, I do my brows before my complexion, so I do have my skincare already done. And you actually don't want your brows to be like oily or have any product in them, because that's gonna make them fade out through the day. So what I like to do is take like a little cotton round and then just wipe off any excess product that might be on my brow. And then once I do that, I go ahead and take a setting powder, and this is just to kind of matte out any excess oils. All right, so just go ahead and dust off any remaining product. As are going back. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Dip Brow, and this is how it looks. Mine looks a little crazy, but that's the color. And I just go in. You want to saturate your brush with the product, just so you don't have like any skipping or anything like that with the product. You just want it fully saturated. And right now I'm gonna go ahead and give my brow the shape that I'm looking for, but I'm not gonna so much focus on perfection, because that's what you're gonna do when you start to carve it out with your concealer. So here I'm just following my natural brow line underneath, and I'm just taking small little strokes just to give me that hair-like effect. You don't have to really perfect or rush this process. This is just a blueprint of how you want your brows. And this is how it's looking. Like I said, it doesn't have to look perfect because this needs to get cleaned up, but you're just kind of giving yourself an idea, like a blueprint, just the shape that you want. So once I get to this step, this is where I like to kind of fill in and give me like hair-like strokes. And everything is just light. You don't want to do anything extra harsh. You want to have a really light hand with this. because if you don't, that's when your brows look very boxy and harsh and just not good. Because this is a really dark product, so if I was heavy-handed with it, it would look really dark and harsh. I like to keep it at one product, but if you're more comfortable with a pencil, you can also take a pencil to do these little hair strokes in the front. But I just don't want to be bothered. I'd rather just keep it at one product. When I get towards the front, I like to make these hair-like strokes going up to mimic my natural hairs. So now we're going to shape the top of the brow. You want to start with your natural shape, and then if you got to add like a little bit of an arch, you want to slowly do that. Okay, like that. So as you can see, the front of my brows are looking a little bit too boxy for me, but I'm not worried about that right now because I'm gonna clean that up once I'm done with everything. Okay, so now that you have the top and bottom, this is how it looks. You can make your tail as long as you want, bring this in as far as you need to. And now I'm just gonna go ahead with the remaining product on here, not dipping back into it. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in the rest. That way it doesn't look too dark. All right, so this is how it looks filled in. Not perfect. We're gonna go ahead and perfect it with the concealer, but it's a pretty nice base. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow really quick. I'll probably speed it up, but look, you can see the difference. Look at that. That is crazy. Yeah, so you can definitely see the difference. My normal brows are just really sparse and just kind of not like non-existent. But this looks really nice and bushy and just full. So that's normally what I go for. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow. All right, so these are my brows. I just filled both of them in. We're gonna go ahead and carve them and give them the exact shape that you want. I know you guys probably heard this saying a million times, brows are not twins, they are sisters. Sometimes my brows be cousins. As long as they related, I'm good. But basically, don't try to work on getting them both perfect or both to look exactly alike, because 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna look exactly alike. But just kind of focus on getting the shape you want, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna go ahead and clean them up. Now this is where you want to be a little bit careful. You want to make sure you kind of clean them up to the way that, because this is where you're gonna give the exact shape that you want. But even if you do mess up on this step, you still can go back with I'll show you guys, because sometimes I mess up when I'm trying to like shape them with the concealer, but you can also go back and add more product where it needs to be. So I just get some product, put it on my wrist like that, and then I just kind of work from that and put it on my angle brush. This is the second one that I showed you guys. It's the one without the spoolie. So I kind of put a lot of product on there as well. And if you do your brows first, you don't have to worry about this, because we're gonna go ahead and remove all this product. So this is where you want to take your time and really shape and perfect your brow. You don't have to rush this process. This is where you're going to give it the arch and crispness that you're looking for. I kind of messed up at the top. I brought the concealer down a little too far, but with the brow product, we can go ahead and clean that up. All right, like that. So this is how the brow is looking. It's looking really, really nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the other brow, then I'll show you how I smooth the front of the brow. So this is how my brows look after I kind of like cleaned them up with the concealer. Now, if you have your complexion on, you're gonna go ahead and blend this out. But since I don't, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. It's probably not the best thing for your skin. So if you have really dry skin or sensitive skin, I would say avoid this step or use something hydrating to do this step. So what I do for this step is use rubbing alcohol. Soak my concealer in the alcohol and then damp it off on a towel. And then I just take the alcohol and clean up the concealer. All right, so can you see the difference? Look at that. Perfect and crisp, like you just left the salon. I love it. Now this just works for me. I know everyone's not gonna be a fan of it, but if you do wanna try this same type of method, you can use like a makeup remover, like an oil-based makeup remover will probably work the same. I just noticed with this, it's just very like crisp and to the point, and I don't have to keep like rubbing. I've tried it with water. I think I've tried it with a couple of things. I think I have used makeup remover. It works the same, but you just kind of have to like keep going at it. With the alcohol, I noticed that it's just like very clean and you don't have to keep going over your brows. So this is my little secret. Let me know if you try it out. Let me go ahead and clean up the other brow. All right, and this is my brows. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the front so it doesn't look so boxy. Now you can do this two ways. You can use the spoolie or you can use your fingers. I just use this and just brush everything. You can brush it going any way. And this just kind of blurs out and then I kind of brush out the rest. And that is pretty much it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and seal the brows with this brow gel, and this is the e.l.f. We're gonna go ahead and just brush them in the direction that you applied the first product, upward, and then just sweeping it across. All right, and this is my brows complete. They look really nice. They're not too harsh. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my makeup and come back and talk to you guys, because normally when I do brows, I have a full face of makeup. I don't really wear brows when I'm not wearing makeup. So I'll show you guys how it looks with the full look. All right guys, I'm back with a full face and this is the completed look. I love the way my brows turned out. They look so good. And I really like my hair like this with my makeup because it just makes me feel like a Bratz doll. It's like giving me Bratz doll vibes. But these are the brows. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if it was helpful, if you learned something from it. If you did enjoy it, please help me out by giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also turn on those post notification bells. That way you know whenever I'm posting a new video. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.